Hi everyone. Thanks for joining the session on communication, conflict management, and teamwork and collaboration. I know it's a Friday evening and we are all probably thinking about our weekend plans, but yeah, before we start mentally checking out, let's make this session interesting. So communication skills are like perfect cup of coffee. For some, it may be a glass of whiskey or beer, but uh, they can make anything better, even a Friday evening session like this. So maybe by the end of the session, you'll have some new tricks up your sleeve. So by learning few things here with respect to communication, definitely it'll save your time, frustration, and maybe some of your late night work related tasks too. So what is communication? So communication is the process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings between individuals or groups. It is like a fundamental aspect of human interaction that involves like not just speaking and writing, but also listening, observing, and interpreting. And what we intend to do over here is to effectively impart information from one source to another. So that is basically what communication is. And effective communication is very much necessary in our work environment because it's not about just exchanging information, but it is also ensuring that the information that is shared is understood, interpreted correctly, and also acted upon appropriately. So effective communication is also like a two-way street. So if you follow all these tips and tricks, we will definitely be fostering a culture wherein we will have open communication, and then your team can ensure successful outcomes, and we can have a more cohesive work environment. And what we mean by communicating effectively. So communicating effectively is nothing but when we collaborate better as a team, we reduce misunderstandings and errors, we enhance our productivity and efficiency, we create a more positive and supportive work environment. So we'll explore various strategies to improve our communication skills, which will ensure the way we convey our messages clearly by listening actively, whether we are discussing technical stuff or just exchanging informal information between our peers, or maybe when we are talking jargons with not technical stakeholders who might not understand completely what we are saying. So what are the strategies that we are talking over here? So some of the strategies are right here in front of you, like clear and concise. Your message should be clear and concise. The information should be clear and concise. You have to be actively listening to others. You have to also choose the right medium for information transfer. Also, you should have a consistent document for achieving all this. So what do we mean by clarity and being concise? So imagine that you're presenting a brilliant idea, but your audience looks lost. Okay, what might be the reason? Like, they might be unclear. You might have used long-winded communication. And today we can overcome those challenges by exploring the power of clarity and conciseness. The key message here is to be understood and be remembered. Okay, so that is a key message over here. Be understood and be remembered. Okay, so think of your message as a gift. Okay, so you want it to be unwrapped easily, appreciated for its brilliance. Like they should tell you, wow, such a nice gift you have given me. And then obviously, if all these happens, the gift will be remembered for a long time. So what has happened over here? Clarity has ensured that the message is understood. Conciseness has guaranteed that it is remembered. Okay, so this is something that you will have to always make sure. And also, how do you make sure that your communication is clear? Do not use jargons. Nobody will understand that. Even people who know jargon sometimes will not understand that. Use simple language. Okay, imagine how you explain things to a small kid for the first time. Okay, you break it down into small pieces. You use very clear and simple words. You avoid any type of confusing terms. That's the magic of simple language. Like if a kid can understand, anybody in the world can understand. Okay, And believe me, your audience will definitely thank you if you do this. Okay. Now that your words are simple, how do you make sure that it is like has a strong meaning to it? It's a strong sentence. Okay. You have to use active voice. For example, like you have to put focus on what the action item is. For example, if I say the message was delivered by me, okay, it's just a sentence. You'll say that, okay, Sandeep said that the message was delivered by him. That is all. What if I say I delivered the message? The impact will be totally different. The active voice makes a sentence punchier and keeps your audience always engaged. Okay, that is how you have to be. However, you should not make your sentences long also. Okay, long winding sentences can leave your audience like breathless. Okay, they will be like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, break them down. Aim for shorter sentences with clear punch. And then this keeps your message focused and easy to digest. Okay, let's take an example. Like, for example, uh, when you take a marketing strategy, okay, like you want to say something in a meeting, in a marketing meeting, to propose a strategy saying that through utilization of a multi-pronged approach, I aim to achieve an exponential growth in brand awareness. People will just turn away from you. Okay, they will start checking their WhatsApp message or something, and then they'll be like cursing you. But what if you say that we'll launch a multi-channel campaign to skyrocket brand awareness? So, small sentence. We'll launch multi-channel campaign to skyrocket brand awareness. That is all. It is clearly understood. People will be looking at you and then they will understand that. So see the difference? It is clear, concise, and impactful. So the next thing I told you is active listening. Okay, we just talked about people losing interest while you're speaking. The art of truly hearing someone is active listening. It's more than just like sitting quietly while someone speaks. Okay, you should not just sit and then just listen to what the other person is saying. It's about truly understanding what that person is trying to say. This can dramatically improve your relationship both personally and professionally. Definitely. Okay, because active listening requires giving your full attention. That is making eye contact, turning your body towards the speaker. Like these simple acts will show that you're present, you're engaged, and you're participating in the conversation actively. Okay, so active listening is something that you will have to definitely follow. And also, like, don't be afraid to interrupt also. Like, if of course, gently, not like in a rude way, like intruding or something. Okay, sometimes a quick question like, can you tell me more about that? Or are you feeling frustrated while in the middle of the conversation? Okay, this shows that you're following that person, you're trying to understand that person better. And summarize in your own words. Like if it is a long session or something, or you're having a long conversation or something, the other person shouldn't feel that you are like uh, uh, desperate to just move out of the conversation. Okay, so what you'll have to do is, like, active listening is a two-way street. While you focus on the speaker, you also have to acknowledge their emotions with a simple nod or something. Like all these allow you to become a better listener, and then you can build stronger connections with people around you. And yeah, so now that you have understood, when you speak, you should be clear, concise, and then you have to actively participate in the conversation. Let's move on to the right medium for effective communication. Okay, this is something I think most of us need. Okay, this is because not choosing the right medium will not drive what you're trying to say. Okay, you will have to understand the right medium for effective communication. Like with so many options available, email, instant messaging, meetings, how do you choose the right medium for your message? It's like you have to understand the strengths and weaknesses of each platform. There are like 4 popular communication mediums which we will explore now. Okay, which are looking right at it: email, instant messaging, meeting, and phone call. So what do we use email for? This is like a workhorse for detailed information. When you use it, it is for maybe sharing reports, proposals. You want to give a lot of instructions, any message that requires clear documentation. So that is when you use email. What are the benefits of that? Detailed information. It allows you to attach files, format text, ensure all necessary information is captured in one area. It also serves as a formal communication. It is also for record keeping. You can use it as a reference. But what will be the drawback? It can be slow. Normally, everybody won't check their emails every few minutes, maybe once in an hour. Some people, maybe once in a day, once in a week. It depends. If you're in an organization, you're expected to check very frequently, but some people will not. So this is like, you can feel email is very slow and impersonal for quick updates. What about instant messaging? Instant messaging is for collaboration. It's for collaboration in real time. So when do you want to use it? When you want to give quick updates, brainstorm ideas, following up on questions, or when you want to have a casual conversation with your colleague. So what are the benefits of this? The benefit will be like, it's perfect for short messages, like keeping everyone on the same page, and then real-time collaboration. It'll be like dynamic communication, allows you for immediate back and forth discussions. And informal communication, like it encourages a more relaxed and conversational tone, like how we are doing now. But what can be the drawback of this? It can be very distracting. Okay, it won't allow you to continuously work on something. And then it will not provide a formal record of any type of communication that you're doing. Next is meeting. It is to tackle complexities together. That is, when you want to discuss complex issues, brainstorm solutions, and then if you want consensus from many people together, or you want to make important decisions together. So when you want to do all these, meetings are the best option. So when you want to have complex discussion, it allows you to like go in depth, explore topics, and then non-verbal cues, and it will give you real-time feedback of how the decision making is going. And then if you want to brainstorm, you will get to meet face to face with people, and then it will foster a creative thinking and idea generation place also. Also, if you want to make any decisions together, it provides a platform for group of discussion and then to make a decision collaboratively. So what will be the drawback? It will be like very time consuming. You have to have time from everyone. They all have to be free at the same time. And then it requires very careful planning because of this. And it will be productive, but at a cost. So the next thing is phone call. Phone call is like urgent things which you want to impart from one person to another. So for that, phone call is the best. However, you'll be intruding the person whom you are calling, but if the information is really important, that might be something that you should consider. So also, considering all these, okay, these are like how you will have to choose the medium. All this also should be considered according to what the preference of the team also will be. Consider how your team typically communicates. If they prefer more asynchronous approach, email is better. Quick questions, IM. Urgency of message, I mean, does your message require immediate attention? Phone call or IM. Okay, for non-urgent information, email can suffice. So these are some of the things that you will have to consider for choosing a right medium for communication. Then it is consistent documentation. In this fast-paced world of software development, this is something that you will have to consider, like documentation. I think this is the tone that every manager uses for everyone in the team. Okay, so it's definitely an unsung hero, because documentation is something that will come to rescue at a very required phase. Okay, so it acts like a bridge between developers, ensuring everyone are on the same page and you can continue to contribute effectively. So there are three aspects of it. Okay, like what you will have to do is project documentation. Everything that is required for a project, put into a documentation. Okay, code comments, that requires another set of session for sure, but clear, concise comments are very much necessary. Okay, I mean, we can have another session only for code comments and project documentation, but this is something that I just want to touch upon now. And living document. So what is living document? So documentation that we do over here, that is a living document that should evolve alongside the code. Okay, as the project progresses, update the documentation to reflect any change, okay, at any point of time. This will ensure that everyone has access to the latest information. Okay, what is the benefit? Up-to-date documentation, it saves time, frustration. New developers can quickly go there and then check what is the up-to-date documentation. Existing developers can navigate, and then troubleshooting becomes smoother. So having a living document is very much essential. So yeah, this is regarding communication. Before we move on to the next topic, any questions as of now, team?
Nothing from our end.
Okay, thank you. So let's move to the next one, that is conflict management. So conflict management is the use of processes, tools, and skills to find creative and respectful ways. Okay, I'm emphasizing over here respectful ways to manage disagreements and disputes. So working together smoothly means being able to talk things out, solve problems when they come up, of course. Okay, this includes like listening well to each other and speaking up clearly and respectfully. Okay, so how do we understand what is a conflict? Let's start by understanding what conflict is. Okay, conflict occurs when two or more parties begin to think that their goals, needs, and desires, or maybe their viewpoints, are incompatible. Okay, it can arise from various sources. Okay, some are like miscommunication, difference in values, personality clashes, scarcity of resources, unclear roles. I'm very sure we all would have had an opportunity to maybe experience all this. If not all, at least some of this, some of the things that we are looking at now. So all these conflicts can be classified into different types. Okay, interpersonal conflict. What is interpersonal conflict? It happens between two individuals. Intra-group conflict occurs within a team or within a group. And intergroup conflict, which involves different teams or different groups. Okay, recognizing these sources are a type of conflict in the first step towards managing them effectively. Okay, so what should we do when we have a conflict? We will have to manage the conflict. So conflict management is something that we will have to do. While conflict itself is natural, how we approach it can be, I mean, it can make a big difference. Okay, think about a recent disagreement that you had at work. How did you respond? Did you push for your own ideas, or did you prioritize the other person's concerns, or maybe you just try to avoid the situation altogether? Okay, like there are different conflict management styles, and understanding each can help you navigate future situations. We can focus on some of the practical strategies that we can use also. Okay, so let's look into this Thomas Kilmann conflict mode instrument. Okay, this is like a textual thing, but it clearly makes you understand what are the types of conflict management that exist, and then how you can relate your conflicts to this. Okay, competing. So this is like going all in to win the game. Okay, you push hard for your own ideas, even if it means like you're stepping on the other person's toes. Okay, it can be helpful in urgent situations, maybe a P1 issue or something, when you want to just finish the issue and then go home, or when following strict rules, like you don't want the other person to even make one step ahead. Okay, so you just want to make sure that the rules are adhered to. Of course, this can harm relationship if it is overused. Okay, this is competing. Next is Accommodating. What is accommodating? It is self-explanatory. That is, this means you prioritize keeping everyone happy, even if it means like you giving in to others' needs or wants. Okay, it's good for situations wherein the other person cares more about the issue. You know that the other person is trying to drive a point, and then you know that that is right. It is good for situations wherein the other person cares about the issue, but of course you can be taken advantage of in these situations. You should be careful over here. The next one is avoiding. This is why, like, you step back from a disagreement altogether. Okay, it's like saying it's not my problem, hope it just goes away. This can work for small things, but not for everything. It might, if bringing it up might cause a bigger issue, obviously you should step back. But if we avoid everything, those little problems can definitely build up over time. Okay, next is collaborating. Collaborating is where everyone works together to find a solution that works well for everyone. Okay, it's like team effort to solve a puzzle. It's in Kannada, it is called as Loka Kalyana. You try to make everyone happy. So that is collaboration to certain extent. Not the entire meaning, but to certain extent. Like you're solving a puzzle where everyone's ideas are most important. Like every piece is most important. Each one's contribution will be very valuable. So that is collaborating. The last one is compromising. Oh, what is compromising? In compromising, we try to meet halfway. It's like saying, okay, I'll drive my point, you drive your point, we can meet somewhere. Okay. And this can work for quick fixes or when there is no time to like hash things out fully. It might not always solve the root cause of the problem, but you know that it will bring end to the problem and then the problem will be resolved, at least on a temporary basis. So this is conflict management. The next is a practical way of resolving conflicts. Now you know the types of conflicts, how you can term those. Now we can go into the practical way of how conflicts can be resolved. Okay. So some practical techniques for resolving conflicts are effective communication, which we just talked about in the previous topic, communication. Active listening is crucial here. It involves full concentration, understanding, responding to what other person is saying. Empathy helps you see the situation from other person's perspective, but it can lead to more effective solutions also. Okay, and definitely clear and concise message prevents misunderstanding. Ensure that all the parties are on the same page. That is like effective communication. The next one is problem solving approach. Okay. So what is problem solving approach? It's like a win-win situation. You define the problem clearly. You articulate it in the very best way possible so that any kid can understand. You generate multiple options for the resolution, whatever might work. Okay. You will evaluate all the pros and cons of the solution. And then you agree on a solution that satisfies all the parties. Finally, what you do, you follow up on this and then make sure that whatever you evaluated for the pros and cons are really working. Otherwise, you will have to go back to the options that you already had and then maybe pick another option. Again, you will evaluate and then again agree on a solution, again follow up. So this is problem solving. Next one is negotiation skill. Here, preparation is the key. Okay, it's like a mutually beneficial solution. You have to understand both your interests and other parties' interests. Okay, see if there is a common ground and then reaching compromise. Building a rapport can definitely make the negotiation process smoother. Okay, so imagine you are negotiating, but you also have a good backup plan. Okay, this is like the best option. Okay, knowing that you will have the best option outside of the deal gives you more strength when negotiating, because this way you're not afraid to just walk away even if the other side isn't being fair. Okay, so that's the best part of it. When things get tense, negotiation skills help us stay calm and collected. We can use very clear, that is, you have to de-escalate the situation and then you have to remain calm. We can use clear and respectful communication to avoid things unnecessarily blowing up. Okay, so this is negotiation skill. Next, we'll move on to mediation. So what is mediation? Just 1 minute. Sorry, just 1 minute, guys. Okay. So I hope my screen is still visible.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. So what is mediation? It's like guiding the party towards a solution. It involves like a neutral third party who will help resolve the conflicts. Okay, it's useful when parties are unable to resolve the conflicts. Two individuals or two groups, they don't meet at a middle ground. They will not compromise. So it is better that a mediator mediates between the two parties. Okay, it's a good option for conflicts when a win-win situation is still possible. And if you don't want the relationship to be hampered, and to have that relationship is a pretty important aspect. Okay. So this will not only make both the parties empowered with the solution, it also gives you a sense of confidence that things can be resolved. Okay. Definitely your relationship is then preserved. Any questions still here regarding conflict management?
Sorry, how to resolve a conflict? Mr.
Yeah, so these are the things, the practical techniques for resolving conflicts: effective communication, negotiation skill, problem solving, mediation, all these which I just told. I can give you this documentation also with more data, in fact. Who's this, Dayalan?
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, Dayalan, I can give you more documentation. I have some notes also over here, which will definitely help.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, fine. If there are no more questions, we can move on to teamwork and collaboration. So what is teamwork? It is combined effort of a group to achieve a common goal. That is, teamwork is about working together, sharing responsibilities, and supporting each other to reach that goal. Then what is collaboration? Collaboration involves working together to create something or solve a problem. It often requires like shared decision making and problem solving skills also. While teamwork is like unity in action, but collaboration emphasizes unity in thought and planning too. So that is collaboration. So you can see over here, the picture depicts teamwork and then collaboration. Teamwork is it is working together to make sure that you resolve a problem together. Collaboration is you work towards something. It may be a new thing, it may be a problem, it may be a new idea. Okay, but you work towards it together. So what are the benefits of teamwork and collaboration? The benefits of effective teamwork and collaboration are like significant. Increased efficiency. So what do you mean by increased efficiency? When team works together effectively, they can complete tasks faster. There'll be diverse skills, diverse knowledge. Different team members bring different strengths to the table. This will streamline the process. It will definitely increase the productivity. Like in a typical software development environment, okay, wherein you divide the tasks according to each member's expertise, ensuring that coding is done, testing is done, documentation is done, all by different team members. Everything is handled efficiently. So this has helped you increase efficiency. Next is innovation. Innovation is collaborative environments always encourage creativity and new ideas. Okay, when people with like varied experiences, perspectives, when they all come together, they think outside the box and come up with innovative solutions. It might not be possible individually, but definitely collaboratively. Okay, a diverse team can challenge conventional thinking and It can drive innovation, technology, process, everything. Okay, so innovation is something that is, it tops the list over here in teamwork and collaboration. The next thing is improved problem solving. So we definitely know we will come across problems. Okay, diverse viewpoints will definitely contribute to more effective solutions. Pooling together different viewpoints and expertise, okay, you can tackle problems more comprehensively. You can find better solutions, more sustained solutions. Okay, that is how it will improve. And also, for example, when you are addressing a technical issue, okay, only inputs from developers might not resolve the problem. Inputs from testers, and most importantly, inputs from end users can lead to a more thorough and practical solution to the issue. So teamwork and collaboration will make sure that the problem solving skills are always improved over here. The next thing is enhanced employee morale. So all these things we have just heard will make sure that everybody's contribution is valued. So what happens? Teamwork and collaboration will create a sense of belonging and support among all the team members. Okay, when people feel that they're part of a cohesive team, okay, they will be very much motivated. They'll be engaged and they'll be satisfied with their work. They will have a sense of belonging over there. And it will also reduce stress. It will increase job satisfaction, leading to definitely higher retention rates and better overall performance. So this is like enhanced employee morale if there is good teamwork and good collaboration. So now let's move towards understanding the key elements of effective teamwork and collaboration. Clear goals and roles. Firstly, having clear goals and defined roles is definitely a very essential part. Okay, you should ensure that the team has shared objective so that each team member understands their individual responsibilities. So that is when the contribution will be like significant from each person. So clear goals and clear roles should be vested. Next is open communication. So open communication is crucial. Like you should encourage regular status updates, feedback sessions, discussions, and then just by conducting all this will not help the situation. You should actively listen and then take part in those feedback sessions or status updates so that the team member should feel heard and understood. So that is how open communication will clearly bring a drastic change in the team. Okay. Next is trust and respect. Trust and respect are like foundation of effective teamwork. You foster a culture where team members can rely on each other, respect each other, and then contribute. That's the best thing you can have as a team. And those team members will contribute the highest. The next point is adaptability and flexibility. So team needs to adapt and definitely they should be open to change. Encourage problem solving mindset where challenges are seen always as an opportunity for improvement. Okay, we all know that whenever we encounter any challenge, definitely it will help us make stronger for the next one. The last one is the diversity and inclusion. You have to leverage diverse backgrounds of everyone. Okay, backgrounds, perspectives within the team. These enhance the creativity of problem solving. You should ensure that all team members they should feel included. They should feel valued. No work that a team member A does is more important than what team member B does. So that is how it should be. That is how the sense of inclusivity will come. That is how the sense of responsibility will be there. That is when the team performance will be at its peak. So these are like elements of effective teamwork and collaboration. But how do you enhance this? Okay. So how do you enhance these teamwork and then collaboration? you will have to respect the diversity. As we already talked about this, you should respect the diversity, recognize, appreciate different perspectives, skill sets, backgrounds, anything. Okay, they will bring their own skill set, their own background, which will add more value. This leads to more robust solution and more inclusive work environment. Okay. Next is definitely team building activities. Okay. And that is why this picture over here, that was one of the team building activities that we had. So use like icebreakers and group projects that help team members get to know each other, and so that they can work together. Icebreakers can be like games or discussions or even just simple introductions to help people loosen up. Okay, you should have some fun and then learn a little more about their colleagues, and then this can lead to better communication, collaboration, and then the overall team spirit will be improved. And you also have to have effective communication channels. So hold regular meetings to discuss progress, issues, and then create continuous feedback loops. Okay, this will create a communication channel wherein people can contribute, they can also learn, and you can also discuss the progress or any challenges that any of the team member has. And the next one is recognition and rewards. This is one of the most important one. If you do not acknowledge, if you do not reward the team member, there will not be any feedback from the team. So you should make sure that you acknowledge, you reward the team member for their contribution, and always celebrate any success as a team achievement, not the individual achievement, because there will be at least 1% contribution from another team member. So this is most important. The next one is conflict resolution, which we addressed. Okay, it's like addressing conflicts early before they escalate. You have to make sure that you at least address the situation, if not resolve it. And you use the appropriate mediation techniques to resolve the conflicts and facilitate a discussion so that all conflicts can be resolved. So, in conclusion, by taking up all these beliefs, strategies, we can create a more innovative, efficient, and a supportive work environment. And this definitely will drive all the teams to success and in turn our organization. Yeah, so finally, to conclude, just remember, clear communication is our foundation. Active listening and strong message keeps everyone informed. Okay. And what we will have to do is when conflict surfaces, we have to use the problem solving and negotiation to turn them into stepping stones. Never allow them to escalate. And team up and work together. That's how we achieve awesome things. It's always the team together which achieves the things, not one person from the team. So let's put these communication, conflict management, and teamwork skills to work from today. Any questions, team? Did you guys understand? Was it helpful?
Certainly, Sandeep, it was helpful.
Yeah,
Nice to know.
thank you.
It's a good information, Sandeep. But I think I would appreciate you if conduct some kind of workshops.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, I have a lot more information. Okay. And I really didn't have much time to go into and dwell into each topic. This will definitely help a lot of people because some people will not know what is a conflict, what is a challenge, and then they would not know how to communicate. The medium of communication, especially some people use email for quick updates. Some people use instant message to write detailed analysis of an issue. So all these things will definitely help people who might not know. If not everyone, at least a set of people for sure.
Good content, SK.
Yeah, thanks, Rajneesh.
Yeah, and then even if people know, it's good to once in a while just refresh, keep reminding.
Yes.
Yes, let's. And then everyone coming on sync, right? Everyone just follows same. It becomes part of the culture. Just reminding is always good.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Rajneesh. Anything else, team?
No, Sandeep, definitely it was a great session actually. It was actually helpful for me.
Oh, good to know. Thanks, Swatika. Thanks a
Thanks for
lot.
sharing your knowledge.
That's it. Fine then. I mean, if it helps, please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you are not feeling comfortable asking in a forum, reach out to me individually, Slack or email, anything works. Anyway, thanks for your patience, and then have a nice weekend, guys. Have a great weekend, and I'll definitely meet some of you on Monday. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
for your
you, Sandeep.
time.
Sandeep. Have a good one.
Thank you all.